Hey everyone, and welcome. We're diving into the HastingsNow.com Local 10 for Monday, January 19th. We've pulled together all the good stuff so you have a quick guide for what's going on right here in our town. Ready? Let's get right into it. So you can kind of think of this as your community checklist for the week ahead. We're going to cover what's open today, a couple of ways you can lend a hand, and of course, some really cool events you'll definitely want to get on your calendar. All right, first up, what's there to do today? It's MLK Day, and you know how holidays can sometimes throw a wrench in your plans. So let's take a quick look at a couple of local spots that are open and have some special hours just for today. Okay, so if you're needing that caffeine boost to really kick off your week, guess what? Froth and Cork is open. Yep, they're serving from 7 a.m. all the way to 3 p.m., so it's a perfect, super reliable stop for your coffee run. And hey, if you find yourself downtown with a little time on your hands, Squeaky Wheel Pottery is also open with special holiday hours. They've got their Monday on Main Street event going on from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. How cool is that? Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit. We've talked about what you can do for yourself, but now what about for our community? There are two really important, kind of urgent calls for help right here in Hastings this week. So the needs this week really fall into two big categories. First, you can donate goods. Animal Ark is facing an urgent shortage of puppy dry food and adult wet dog food. They really need our help to care for all those local shelter animals. Then, on the other hand, you can donate your time. You know Hockey Day Minnesota is a massive deal for our town, right? It brings in people from all over, and they're looking for volunteers all week long to help make this huge event run smoothly. All right, moving on. Let's talk about some things happening later this week that you might want to get on the calendar. So if you're looking for, a little dose of culture, the Hastings Art Center is hosting a string quartet tomorrow morning. It just sounds like a really simple, cozy arts outing, a perfect way to add something a little special to your Tuesday. And for all you families out there looking for some winter fun, listen up. Pine Harbor Christian Academy has organized two awesome meetups. First, there's snow tubing over at Buck Hill on Friday night, then local sledding right here in town at Lions Park on Saturday morning. I mean, what a perfect way to get the kids outside, right? Okay, now for all our local pet owners, we've got three quick updates for you. First off, if you're thinking about adding a new furry member to your family, Flugels has an adorable bunny named Oreo who is ready for adoption. So cute. Second, is your pet acting a little weird in this cold weather? Town & Country Vet has some info to help you figure out what's normal. And finally, to help your pets beat those winter blues, Flugel suggests some extra playtime and maybe a few new interactive toys. All right, let's zoom out a little and look further ahead. Some things just require a bit more planning, so here are a few things you'll probably want to get on your radar for the coming weeks. Okay, for all the families and creative folks out there, registration is now open for two really great opportunities. First, you've got Spiral Snow Days for 1st through 5th graders, a fantastic winter activity. And for the adults, Squeaky Wheel Pottery just dropped their new winter class schedule. And you know what? Those classes fill up fast, so you probably don't want to wait on that one. Now, here are two very different, but, equally important planning sessions coming up. First, on January 30th, Seas is hosting a Sip and Share where parents can learn all about local schooling. And then, for more practical, long-term planning, our Saviors is actually offering 2 free sessions on funeral pre-planning for families. Definitely important stuff to think about. And finally, here are a couple of great ways to get more involved in the community. Harbor Ministries has a full-time job opening for a facilities assistant, and it comes with benefits. And hey, if you're into supporting youth sports, the Hastings Softball Boosters is looking for parent volunteers. Their next meeting is this Sunday, January 25th. The team at HastingsNow.com really just hits the nail on the head with this quote. It's so true, isn't it? Whether it's something small like grabbing a coffee or going to a local concert or even just a volunteer shift, having something to look forward to can absolutely make all the difference in how your week feels. So that really brings us to the big question for you. After hearing all this, what are you going to add to your Hastings calendar this week? Of course, for all the details on everything we just talked about, make sure you check out the full Local 10 on HastingsNow.com. Thanks so much for tuning in.